I'm Iowa City Mayor Bruce Teague, and I've been in Iowa City for 32 years. I went here to West High School at the age of 17, went to Kirkwood, the University of Iowa, and I've just been in this community for a long time, and I own a home care agency, Caring Hands and More, and we provide services to folks with disabilities, elderly, and we support end-of-life hospice clients.
What are your top priorities if you get elected again?
So the city of Iowa City has a lot of things that we're focusing in on. And so to name a few that I'm going to be really zoning in on is going to be our affordable housing and our unhoused residents in our community. It is so important that we give greater attention to those efforts. Also, we know that there's many folks that come here to work and play. And while we know that climate action is a huge goal of ours, free busing right now is great, but we have some greater needs over the weekends where folks still need to get to work and late nights. And so I think this council is going to be focusing in a lot on that.
And then, what are some things you think Iowa City residents are facing right now, and how will you work to make those better?
So we know that the state government and the federal government is really coming down on immigrants. And I know that this is something that we're all dealing with, we're all concerned about. The funding sources at the city is actually dwindling down from the state and their support. And so our general funds become more important now than ever in how we allocate those funds. And so one of the things that I know that is at the top of our people mind in our community is how are we going to support individuals during this time. And that is where my focus will be. And I know that my fellow counselors right now are also having lots of conversations and trying to figure out how can we move forward together. So my style of working to make things better is actually working alongside community members. I am known for being at all the events, for having conversations around the table because every voice does matter. And this is something that I plan to do ongoing, making sure that when folks have a concern that we can sit at the table and try to bring some resolutions that the city council can put into action. And so I'm going to continue to do that and make sure that everyone feels like they belong here.
And one thing that we've noticed, especially recently, but throughout the past couple years, is the cost of living. So, what are your thoughts on how to improve the cost of living for residents?
So the cost of living in Iowa City is going to be high because we're a college town. We know that the local market rates are high. It's a highly desired place to live in. That's a good problem to have, but how do we make sure that everyone feels like they can afford to live in Iowa City? And I think that there's a few things that the council has done. Of course, we have opportunities for some housing that folks can buy at affordable rates. And so we've done that with our South District program. And there's some more things that is really out there either through us or our community partners. And we're going to make sure that we continue to bolster those opportunities so that everybody feel like they can afford to live in Iowa City. There's a lot of work to be done, but we are going to continue to do everything that we can within the city and within our partners to make it possible.
And if elected again, what are some changes that you want to implement, and what are some things that do you want to continue doing that you previously started from your previous term?
So there's a lot of folk with a lot of ideas in Iowa City, and I think what we need to continue to do is make sure that everyone feel like they have a voice at really at the council table. I feel that I represent our community on so many levels, but also there are some things that I still need to know directly from community members, and so making sure that everyone feel like they can come and share what they hope. There's so many new ideas out there that we have it never came to my mind, and I want to make sure that people feel comfortable sharing those. One of the things that I'm very proud of is most people that I hear from, even if we disagree, they walk away and they say, I feel like I've been heard. And I think that's vitally important. So changes that I want to implement at the City of Iowa City, again, we're going to go down to our affordable housing, which right now the city is working to become our own really developer, and that is new because the city hasn't done that before. There's a lot involved with that, and I'm looking forward to us being able to really have an opportunity for those affordable housing. That's a part of what this opportunity is for. And I'm excited because we have a intern right now from the Harvard Bloomberg Fellowship that is really helping us navigate some of the peripheral things that go with that. So we're excited in the city, and it is going to actually be something that we're going to see and celebrate within our city. There's still a lot of opportunity to be garnished, but I think this will get us in the right step.
And this is my last question. Assuming you win, what will you say won you the seat?
If I win this election, which I will be so humbled by, I really believe that Iowa City, the people of Iowa City, has elected me to this seat. That is the number one thing. I think it is the way that I approach issues, which there are so many, but I really believe that the people of Iowa City know my heart. They know that my desire is to make sure that everyone feels like they've been heard, and at the end of the day, make voting decisions that will take us all forward together in unity.
Okay. Well, those are all the questions that I have for you. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I just want to say that Iowa City, November 4th is the day to go and vote, and I ask that you don't sit on the sidelines and just leave it to our neighbors and others to make their voices heard, but make sure that you get out and make your voice heard.